I ran the numbers on this strategy, and on average, a co-living property that you rented out to traveling nurses in most major cities could produce you upwards of $1,000 to $1,500 per month in pure positive cash flow.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Brian Grimes, your real estate mentor, back with another action-packed video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and leave a comment that says I subscribed. For everyone who leaves that comment, I'm going to send you instant access to my free real estate training that'll show you how to acquire properties for pennies on the dollar. You don't want to miss out on that free offer. So what is this strategy that is so powerful it could break you free from the 9-to-5 overnight? Make sure you stick around to the end of this video because I'm saving the best info for last, and I want you to understand the full scope of this strategy. In order to wrap your mind around the strategy, you have to know the three basic strategies that are out there. Number one is short-term rentals. This is like the Airbnb market where people are coming and staying in your property for 2 to 3 days at a time, maybe a few weeks at a time, but they're just staying for a short-term stay. That market can be profitable, but there are a lot of pitfalls right now with the Airbnb market. If you want to learn about those pitfalls, just watch my video that discusses the Airbnb pitfalls, how you can avoid them, and if this is even a good strategy for us heading into 2023 and beyond. The second strategy to focus on is long-term rentals. These are like your Section 8, your affordable housing, your traditional rental property where they're being rented out for a year or a 2-year lease. Those long-term rentals are the set it and forget it money of the industry, where you can put a tenant in place. They're just going to go to work, make some money, pay the rent on time, as long as you're selecting the right tenants that are suitable for the property. And you can just set that and forget it, put property management in place, and go on about your business and get that mailbox money coming in every month. And typically, this is where most people stop. They think there's just those two options, Airbnb or these long-term rental options. But the little-known strategy that has been popping up on the marketplace is the midterm rental product. And this product is built for workforce housing. These are people who are traveling around the country doing contract work, making big money, but they don't have a place to live because there's no real marketplace for midterm renters. How do we classify a midterm rental product? This is a 3 to 6 month lease, a 3 to 6 month stay on average, which will match up to the contract employment. And the biggest market that we can tap into for midterm rentals are traveling nurses. Let's look at some of the data on traveling nurses, and you'll be very excited to see this and the opportunity that it presents. So what we have here is some data on traveling nurses, and this is the average nurse pay versus the traveling nurse pay for all 50 states. The data is very interesting because on average, there's about a 250%, 240% increase in pay between a traveling nurse. Like in South Dakota, a traveling nurse will make $3,343 per week on average. So weekly, in a month, they're making $12,000, $13,000 a month versus a nurse that is just working that steady job still in South Dakota. They're only making $1,164 a week. So the income disparity, even on a weekly basis, is 280%. On a monthly basis, this is the difference between somebody who makes $4,000 a month and someone who makes $13,000 per month. And I'm going to leave a link to this in the description. So if you want to tap into this link, you can actually go through and check the disparity within your state to see if your state is a good state to implement this strategy. Now that we know that traveling nurses have this premium income and they don't have a rental product built for them, what we can do as investors is start to focus on this workforce housing field. And the best way to tap into this market is to buy rental properties that are near hospitals all across the country, wherever you're at. So if you're in a market and there's a hospital or there are a bunch of hospitals around you, you want to focus on the real estate within those markets. It's very easy to identify. Just go look in your backyard, get in your car, drive around, find the nearest hospitals, and that's where the traveling nurses are going to want to live. The second step of this strategy is to build the workforce housing that is designed for these traveling nurses. What are they looking for? What they're looking for is an accommodation, a short-term stay, something that may even be pre-furnished, that's going to have like a co-living concept where they have their own bathroom, their own bedroom, like a master suite that they can stay in. Maybe there's a shared kitchen, and they will pay a premium to stay here on a mid-term stay, a 3 to 6 month lease, because it doesn't exist in most places. Most landlords are either doing the Airbnb option or the long-term rental. And the premiums that I've been seeing are about a $300 per month premium on a room rental if you can build this co-living product for traveling nurses. If you don't know about co-living or how to build co-living housing, make sure you check out my video that teaches you everything about co-living and compares co-living to multifamily housing and shows you which one is better and why co-living can monetarily outproduce multifamily housing. We're going to take single family properties that are around hospitals and we're going to convert them into workforce housing, co-living properties, where we take a 3-bed, 1-bath property and we reconvert it into 3 beds, 3 baths, 3 master suites within this property. And we can rent out each master suite to a traveling nurse at a $300 per bed markup over what the normal room rental market would pay, because we are designing this product specifically for them. I ran the numbers on this strategy, and on average, a co-living property that you rented out to traveling nurses in most major cities could produce you upwards of $1,000 to $1,500 per month in pure positive cash flow. That means just a few properties could bring in $5,000 a month, $6,000 a month of cash flow right into your bank account, direct deposit on the first of the month. Tapping into these little known strategies gives you a competitive edge against the other people out there who are looking to do this short-term and long-term rental game. If you want to tap into the strategy, but you just still don't quite know how to get started, reach out to me and my team, tap into our free training, book a call with me one-on-one. I want to talk to you about how you can get involved with this strategy and accelerate yourself and your family. And if you want to learn more about any of our programs, like our Boots on the Ground program, where we build houses for some of our mentees in the city of Philadelphia, make sure you reach out and tap in to learn more about that. That's a unique opportunity where we do everything for you. We find the properties, we rehab the properties, we get you tapped into the lenders that'll give you 100% of the money to acquire and rehab the projects. We put in the tenants, property management in place, and you collect the mailbox money. We have a lot of opportunities for people just like you who want to get started in this game. I'm Brian Grimes, your real estate mentor. I hope you got a lot of value out of this. And if you did, leave a comment that says, I got value. Leave a comment that says, I subscribe, so that I can send you instant access to that free training. I want to see you guys improve your situation. Brian Grimes, your real estate mentor, signing off.